Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. The 20, good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brought down at the 20.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 4.
On second down and 4, Roethlisberger.
Keep going,
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Nick Folk for the extra point.
And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Ray McLeod on the return. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron. And he's got this down to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And Boswell has this one going left. No good. He missed it left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
That's out to his running back, Michel. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Newton to throw. To Michel on the screen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Patriots.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On second down, here's Newton. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Running to start the drive is Samuels. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up second.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rush coming, and he's taken down. John Simon that time coming through to make the play. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Newton. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and
10. To throw again, Newton. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Bud Dupree. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
3rd and
so now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. To throw is Newton. Throw caught here by Bird. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They snap it to Newton. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. First down, here's White. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now second and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
At the Steelers' 6-yard line.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The tackle made.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Third down, Michel. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Devin Asiasi there to make the grab. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
14. Extra point up and good by Folk, and that'll make the score 14-0. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they work this. Use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ben to throw again. Looking deep here for Ebron. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Roethlisberger connecting with James Washington. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football. Full half to be played.
27-yard
The
line.
Pats at the line, ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field.
On the keeper.
Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throw left side here, taken in by Asiasi, the tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Patriots.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Newton throwing again. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Near Bird. Out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. A final shot before the break. Newton. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now pass here caught by Edelman. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A gain of
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Newton now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They will go for it. Now Newton. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Connor. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
James Conner.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the 2nd level. We're getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run. Steeler touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They stay on the ground with White, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Taken down.
That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
13 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Newton able to get this to his running back, White. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
With the score
back now in Pittsburgh. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. A shotgun snap for Newton.
He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Ball carrier.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
The tackle.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Now Cam going to get this into the hands of Michel.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down.
Third down.
Back to throw, Newton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And his throw's going to be incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
That's good.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He's going to launch it for Washington. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rolling to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
That's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Coming off the pick 6, it's Newton. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Successful start to the drop. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
19-yard line.
Here's Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and it's 3rd and short.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A punt formation from the red zone? And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. I'm at a bit of a loss for words on exactly what happened there, but I guess you can't argue with the results. Fake punt, even though it wasn't 4th down, and it picks up a 1st. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Bird. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down.
4th down.
Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a